I will start off by saying that accounting is the language of business, and I think that's something that most people don't realize and recognize. So being a CPA and having the opportunity to learn so much about business, which if you look back and look at CEOs, CFOs, many of the presidents of large companies in the U.S. and look at their background, you will quickly find that at some point in their career they were a CPA. At the end of the day, being successful in business is about making money, and running a successful business means understanding how accounting works. So I think having that background has ultimately helped individuals attain some very high levels in organizations. So that's why being a CPA is very important, I would say, professionally. Personally, having CPA as a title, or I would say something that you have achieved, is also very important because it gives you both personal satisfaction. Also, I would tell you in industry, it sets certainly a very high level of achievement for individuals as a CPA. So having achieved that and being out there and carrying that label, I think, is very important. From a personal perspective, having that CPA designation is very important to me. I know that I've achieved a very high standard from an industry perspective, and being able to carry that label with me has always been very important to me and gives me that immediate credibility with my clients and ability to really be that trusted business advisor for them. Well, actually, passing the CPA exam is a significant achievement, and yes, it takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of time. I got really good advice very early on when I was still in school, when somebody told me to try to pass my CPA exam in the first year of being out of school. And that last year of college, I spent a lot of time actually focusing on the CPA exam, studying for the CPA exam. I was fortunate that I was surrounded by other students who had that same goal in mind, so we were able to together spend that time. And I was fortunate enough that I did pass the CPA exam in my first year of being at work, which I would advise every accountant graduating to do the same. I think getting that certainly behind you early on is important, and again, getting that accreditation to be able to be out there and carry yourself out as a CPA is important. I believe every individual has the responsibility to give back to the community. And as CPAs, for us to contribute to the financial literacy is very important, and we can do that in many different ways. Personally, I have had the opportunity to be involved with a number of non-for-profit organizations, and typically what I can bring to those organizations is my accounting background, and therefore I tend to be the treasurer or be very involved in the financial advice that I can give to those organizations. One that's very dear and close to my heart is Dress for Success Houston, which is an organization that assists underprivileged women get back into the job force. So I've spent a lot of time with that organization working through a lot of their financial matters and to help them as the treasurer, which is the position I currently hold with them. So I personally think that, again, having that CPA designation opens doors for you to be able to contribute to the communities that you live in. I would start by saying that being in a professional accounting field is one of the most flexible, I would say, professions that one can be in. So as a mother of two and having had the opportunity to balance work and life for the past 19 years, being a CPA has actually enabled me to be both the mother that I want to be and the professional that I had aspired to be. I would also tell you that being a CPA and working in this industry has afforded me and my family the opportunity to travel around the world as well as in the U.S. and have a very comfortable lifestyle, and again, to be able to balance that work, career, and home life that I wish to have for me and my family. My best professional moment as a CPA came when I was working actually with a client on a pretty significant project for them, which involved, by the way, not only working on, and this happened to be a tax opportunity, but I was working with everyone from their accounting group, engineers, business people. It was a pretty significant project. And this particular company every year awarded awards to their employees for achievement in different areas. And the particular team that was working on this project actually won the award for that particular year. And they included me as an individual in that award process, which to me was very significant, to be recognized as actually part of their team, not just a consultant, and to have been able to bring the value that they thought I did to that project was very rewarding. And I could tell you many other stories where I felt similar to that in terms of being part of those project teams, but that one definitely has stood out to me over the years. From a career perspective, well, I see myself being with PricewaterhouseCoopers until I retire, hopefully, which won't be for a long time. I've had some great opportunities. I've had held many different roles, technical roles, as well as working within industries. I've led our energy tax practice for many years, and now as the Chief Diversity Officer, the experiences that I've gotten that has helped me grow both professionally as well as personally have been significant. Where to from here, I don't know, but I do know that I will continue to have many different opportunities. In our profession as a CPA, the opportunities I think are truly endless, whether it's again in a very technical field or in a operations area, or again something that I'm doing today, which is really helping build the cultural dexterity of our organization and have the opportunity to continue to work with our people and make sure we do have the organization that is both diverse and inclusive overall. About 10 years ago, PricewaterhouseCoopers created the Chief Diversity Officer role, which in our organization is unique because I report directly to our CEO and sit on our core leadership team for US. So I am involved in a lot more than just the diversity efforts of our organization, which is pretty significant. As the CDO, my role is to build the cultural dexterity of our organization. It's very important to us and our clients for us to continue to be innovative. And in order for us to be innovative, we need to be sure that we are drawing on diverse talents and diverse thinking of many individuals. So my primary role is to ensure that we are recruiting and promoting and pulling together those client teams that are going to enable us to continue to be innovative and be the trusted business advisors that our clients demand us to be. I would say that, sure, people may think that being a CPA is boring because we're bookkeepers. All we do is sit behind a desk and we manage numbers around a piece of paper, which is absolutely not true. I would tell you that one of the best experiences that I've had in my career is the number of times that I've had the opportunity to be out with my clients in their business environment, whether that's a manufacturing plant, whether that's a refinery, whether that's working towards a new business opportunity, understanding how they're being innovative, and then helping them from a planning perspective and understanding whether it's the tax implications in my case, in other cases where it's understanding the accounting that may pursue that particular business venture. One of my most memorable moments was when I spent 3 months early on in my career at a refinery. Now, when I first got that opportunity, I didn't think it was really that great, but what I learned was amazing. I had the opportunity to work on a research and development credit project. This was a brand new, innovative plant. They were in the process of building it. I had the opportunity to interview engineers, understand what happened in a refinery, how a refinery operated. So clearly, it helped me understand the industry a lot better. And it was not boring. I was not sitting behind a desk for most of the time that I was there over that 3-month period, and have had similar experiences with other clients, whether it's going on a drilling ship to see how a drill ship works, or going to an oil field and understanding, in my case, how drilling occurs. Those are experiences that I think you would not be able to get if you were not in this profession. When I started with PricewaterhouseCoopers almost 20 years ago in the Houston office, I started working in the energy industry. So you could not find a more male-dominated industry for me to be working with, both in terms of my clients. And at that time, I would tell you, even at PricewaterhouseCoopers, the individuals that I was working with were primarily men. But I look at the past 20 years and how far I have come, and I think I am a testament to the fact that you can succeed as a female in this industry. And I would tell you there are a few key things that people need to keep in mind. As I've mentioned before, flexibility is the first one. Our industry is very flexible, but more importantly, I would tell you the opportunities I've had at PricewaterhouseCoopers to be able to manage my personal and work life, whether that's through formal, flexible options that we provide our employees, or really the informal flexibility that exists in our profession, has been really a tremendous help to me in terms of being able to achieve what I want to personally, but yet be able to contribute to the organization as expected.